Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Grammy Family Edition of Knights of the Turntable. I have the crew with me: Richard Bailey,
What's up, listeners?
Matthew Dean,
Present.
and Joe Hova.
Oh, it can't be good music by Grammy Family.
Right on. That was beautiful. Thank you for that.
Yep.
Just to go ahead and get this out of the way, Joe is the only person in this show that watched the Grammys.
And then
so
like 4 others.
yeah, him
total.
well, if you look at Twitter, tons of people watch the Grammys, and it's straight comical over there. But we are going to talk about the rap and R&B categories. We might throw some country in there just because Rich requested that.
That was a joke. So I'm good. Yeah.
I mean, there's banjos involved.
Yeah, get like that Lupe joint.
Ding 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 ding.
I am gonna make a comment after when you get to close to the end though. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay. First off, let's talk about album of the year. We're gonna jump right into that. Not rap album of the year, just flat out album of the year.
Yeah.
So let's be honest. Who listened to that Beck album?
I didn't know it existed.
I didn't either until tonight.
No.
It doesn't surprise me that Beck took. Beck has been like, I don't know if like I haven't listened to it either, but Beck is pretty consistent through almost all of his work.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
This is
He's
true.
pretty good.
But I'm very surprised that Sam Smith missed out on it. Him and Ed Sheeran, I feel like could have gotten it.
That Ed Sheeran album was really good.
Yeah, X is great, but it makes me like X is such a great album that it makes me want to go listen to Morning Phase. Like, why? You know, like I'm not gonna doubt the decision. You know, I understand that the Grammys are they're the Grammys, and it's more about selling records than it is actually producing good records. But it makes me want to go listen to it.
You know what's crazy is like Pharrell's Girl album was nominated, and I don't recall anybody listening to that after like the first 2 weeks it was out.
Yeah. I don't think I really heard many people talk about it.
Yeah,
And
it was like
good
a one and done for me.
Yeah, I very rarely go back to it, but I still spin happy though, even though Joe hates it.
Yes.
I'm just sick of it.
Happy.
But to bounce off that album of the year, song of the year went to "Stay With Me." Wait, Dark Child version. What is the Dark Child version?
That's the radio version you hear.
Oh, okay.
How was that different from the regular song?
I guess the regular song doesn't have like the harmonies and stuff on the background.
Okay. And Sam Smith did win Best New Artist over Iggy Azalea.
I don't know how that happened. It's Iggy Azalea.
Ouch. I know T.I. mad now, but yeah.
Oh, matter of fact, T.I. said before the show, now I did see this, he thought that she was just going to run away with everything.
Uh-oh. So what is he saying now?
He ain't saying shit, is what I hope. But Best Pop Solo Performance went to Pharrell Williams. Happy, live, of course. He had some pretty good competition in there. Did Taylor Swift win anything?
No.
I don't think so. Not going over this.
Taylor Swift and Iggy Azalea got snubbed. I'm low key kind of I'm high key happy about that actually.
Technically, Taylor Swift didn't get snubbed because the guy who produced her album won Producer of the Year for non-classical.
Oh, okay, cool.
But she did and she didn't, I guess.
True.
I mean, she's got enough Grammys under her belt. I don't think she's really worried about it.
Yeah.
That's accurate. Best R&B performance went to Drunken Love, Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Lord. Yes.
I mean, how could it not, guys?
Third part.
Even though I think Good Kisser by Usher is an incredible song.
You know what? But you know why that won?
Because of Beyonce?
Because them judges, they be drinking. Yeah. That's what's up. Them judges be drinking.
Did not expect that from Rich.
Not at all.
Alright, and then we got, alright, so there's Best R&B Performance and then Best Traditional R&B Performance. I'm really curious to see what they came up with to actually discern between those. But that's a surprising
I think
win.
it's all that neo shit, that kind of that kind of neo soul and everything that's working
It's
into.
the Anthony Hamilton category.
Which he did not win in that category. But
And you know what's crazy? So Anthony Hamilton is nominated in this category, but this is like the category that like D'Angelo would be in, and he didn't get nominated.
Yeah. Why isn't D'Angelo in there? Or the album came out too late to get.
I think it
Could be.
did come out
Could
too
be.
late because I feel like he would be nominated for something.
He would have won something yeah.
I feel like the cutoff date for the Grammys is like September or October.
Okay.
That makes sense. But Robert Glasper Experiment won, which is awesome. He makes really, really good music.
Yeah, he won Grammys last year too, I think.
Yep. Best R&B song was Drunken Love as well. Best Urban Contemporary Album, like.
All right, now that's a horrible top name for a category.
What does that even mean?
We got to give these Negroes something. That's what that category is. But Pharrell got that for Girl.
I don't know why Chris
At least
Brown.
he grabbed something with it, right? Like he got. At least he got.
Okay, but the surprising thing about that is that he beat Beyonce.
Yeah, maybe they felt like they had to give him something.
I guess so.
That's true. And the weird thing about that is like Chris Brown's nominated in that same category.
Yeah,
Joe, you're in the industry. Do you actually kind of, because I understand how like the Oscars work, but how exactly are nominees and winners decided in the Grammys?
It's more that's an actual good question.
I just thought
I'm not really
right
sure.
now would be you.
I know that the cutoff, like you have to release something in the year before, for sure, and then
Yeah, but how does? What I'm wondering is how voting is handled. How how
there's
they,
there's actually I was reading this before. There's an article on Fader, and it's from last year at some time, and so they were breaking down like why the Grammys are like top 10 reasons why they're all white. And they went through the nomination process, and there's 2 rounds, and the first round you get to vote on everything. So if you have no knowledge of like metal music or jazz music or classical music, you can still vote for those categories.
okay.
So that's why a lot of the rap categories are the way they are, is because people who vote don't recognize those names. So like somebody like Eminem is gonna get an award because that, and then there's a second round of voting too.
So a quick question:
Okay.
are the artists able to influence that vote? Like, say, go on Twitter, say you guys should vote for me for album of the year or stuff like that.
Probably
No,
frowned upon.
I think it's it's nothing like that. It's a media thing.
Okay.
Is it like the Oscars where you basically have to be a member of the Academy, or you have to be a member of a group to be able to vote?
I think so,
Okay.
because I think the Grammys has its own academy too.
Right, a similar guild style kind of group, right?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look into.
Yeah, I'm on the
background
wiki
that.
now. I mean, I'm kind of skimming over it while we're talking, but honestly, if you just go to the Grammy Award wiki, you'll be able to skim through it and figure out how it's all done.
Word up. All right, so going to the next
Oh, it
category.
ends September 30th of a year for the eligibility.
Okay, yeah. Screw them.
All right. Best R&B album. The winner is an album I didn't even know existed. Love, Marriage, and Divorce by Toni Braxton and Babyface.
No, I knew that album came out.
I got something to say about that.
What was that?
Aloe Black got screwed, because I would have for sure thought that album would have got something.
Oh, fuck that fedora wearing dude. I cannot stand that song, the man song. I cannot.
Oh yeah, everybody. That's like the popular sports song. So many athletes got to have it in their commercials now. So I think, okay, yeah, that's good.
All right. Best rap performance goes to Kendrick Lamar for I.
You know what's crazy about that category is Drake's 0 to 100 was in there, and that was a mixtape song.
Yeah, that was like
before
a
it hit.
street single.
Yeah, and then it got picked up by radio.
I'm actually surprised Rap God didn't grab that.
Oh no, no, that's okay.
Rap
I mean, I'm
performance.
okay with Kendrick Lamar's "I" getting it, but when he does that triple time and fucking Rap God, that shit was pretty damn fucking sick.
That's like that's a pretty eclectic category too, because if you look at the nominees,
Lecrae?
like Lecrae, Eminem, Drake, Childish Gambino, and Kendrick, like it's all different.
I'm actually really surprised Lecrae's in there.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's good.
That's awesome though.
I mean, I can't say like dude can definitely spit like, but I don't really like his content that much. I'm actually kind of surprised he's in there. Dude definitely got talent though. A lot of that whole label's got talent.
Wait, who?
Lecrae.
Yeah, Lecrae.
It's like Christian rap, and don't get me wrong, like it's actually like production value wise, lyricism wise, the way like how it's constructed, like some of it's pretty damn good. You just have to really like Jesus.
Yeah.
Like it has to be. It's only appeals to a very specific crowd of people, but it's still good for what it is.
True that. I've enjoyed it. I listened to Lecrae's album. It was actually pretty good.
Dude, I like I just like his flow patterns. Like I'll go listen to Trip Lee sometimes. Like fucking, I think some of the shit that Trip Lee comes up with is crazy good.
0 to 100s.
Best rap song collaboration is Eminem and Rihanna, The Monster.
Oh man.
You know what's crazy is like that's another category that's like different all the way around too.
That's true.
What the hell is Common, that Black Magic song, doing on this category? that song is highly annoying. That when you listen to it on the album, keep saying the chorus over and over again. Yeah.
You really have a deep-seated hatred for Common at times.
Oh no, I'm good. Back in the day, he was good, but now he's all over the place. So gotta acknowledge that.
I still think Common's got another great album in him though.
Maybe.
After all this stuff with the Selma song and John Legend, I can see it happening on his next one.
Possibly so. I think he does too. Best rap song goes to Kendrick again with I.
Kendrick Duckworth.
Yeah.
He beats Nicki Minaj. He beat
Where's Nicki?
Kanye. He beat Wiz Khalifa and Drake.
Yeah, Drake lost twice because Tuesday was nominated for that best rap song.
Yeah, it was. But the thing is, like, Drake should be happy he's even nominated. Because he hadn't put anything out, technically.
That's true.
That's okay.
Alright, so best rap album, the big category. The nominations are Black Hollywood by Wiz Khalifa, Nobody Smiling by Common, Marshall Mathers LP2 by Eminem, The New Classic by That Thing, Oxymoron by Schoolboy Q, and Because the Internet, Childish Gambino.
I really thought that Q was going to take that.
Really?
I really thought Q was going to take that because Q had the best overall album out of all of those.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love Because of the Internet. I think it's flames.
Well, now I have a question now because you had said that. Do you think that there are any other people that should have been on this list that probably missed the deadline to?
There's like a world of people that should have been on this list.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because I mean, what
sorry.
came out from October to December?
J. Cole.
Yeah, that'll be on next year.
He
Probably
Ryan,
next year.
J. Cole. Yeah. That's about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what
Prime.
sucks is that Cadillactica wasn't on there.
Now,
Yeah, true that.
And
has
honestly,
he ever been nominated for anything? Any Grammy award?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't think Crit's been nominated for anything ever.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I'm gonna have to look into that because that's definitely a shame if so. All right, so that's the list of all the categories and the winners.
And Marshall Mathers 2 won that. Oops,
Yeah,
we
I'm
didn't say
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry. I thought I did.
that's actually that was early too. That was September of 2013.
Yeah, that one and Childish Gambino were like
November
right there.
5th, 2013 is when that LP.
Yeah, and Gambino dropped like right before Christmas that same
Like
year.
like this talks about the Grammys, right? That album barely made the cutoff date for this year.
Yeah,
Right?
it's great. It's great to see
And
Gambino get nominated though.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I like Gambino. That album was. It's one of those albums you got to listen to front to back. Like you can listen to each song individually, but to enjoy it, you have to listen from start to finish.
Wow.
I agree. And then watch the extra stuff like the short film and
the script. The script for that made me want to get into script writing.
Yeah. I was already interested in then reading that stuff and seeing everything he did around the album. Definitely gave me a new lease on the idea. It was awesome. But what were some of the... Go ahead, Matt.
No, you first.
This is going to change the subject.
Oh, change it.
All right. Joe, you watched the performances as well, right?
I did. I watched the entire thing.
What would you say is the best performance you saw?
That's tough. There was one, and the reason it's really good is it was a Katy Perry performance, and the reason it's really good is because the song it's an emotional song, and it's prefaced with Barack Obama giving a message about domestic violence, and then there's a survivor of domestic violence. She's on the stage talking about her experience, and then it goes into Katy Perry. I thought that was really good. But the John Legend and the Common one, that was probably the best one of the night, and it ended the show.
I'm gonna have to find that song. Glory. Okay. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to check that out. How did LL Cool J do as a host again?
Awful.
Okay. You know what? I got another question. How was Kanye's performance?
It was, I don't know, like it was cool, but we were all led to believe that he was going to be performing all day, or a new song from his album, and he did the Paul McCartney song.
Yeah, the only one. Did he have to go on stage while he was singing the song?
Nope, it was just him center stage just rapping into an auto-tune mic. It wasn't anything cool. The Rihanna performance was pretty cool though.
Did they perform that song? The new song?
Yeah, they did 4 or 5 seconds.
Because that's what I was gonna say. Like instead of that Kanye joint, that Rihanna, Paul McCartney, and Kanye track is dope, and I would love to see that live.
The best part though is there was an Ed Sheeran performance with LEO, I think, and so Paul McCartney's jamming. And he's the only one standing up in the crowd and the only one singing along, and the cameras catch it, and he's just standing there kind of clapping his hands and singing, and he realizes the camera's on him. He's like, oh shit, and he sits down.
Who, Kanye?
No, Paul McCartney.
Yeah, this new guy, Paul McCartney, is getting a lot of airtime.
And then when Beck won Album of the Year, Kanye faked like he was gonna go up there and take the mic. There's a Vine of the reaction from Jay-Z and Beyonce and how they look like when they see Kanye going up there, and Jay's like, "No, oh, okay, that's cool."
Yeah,
I saw that. It was pretty awesome. I'm glad he trolled everybody.
I like that.
But what were you gonna say earlier, Matt?
Oh, I was just gonna say at some point in this special, I feel like we should discuss whether or not the Grammys are still necessary and if they're important.
Well, I mean, we don't really have anything else to jump off of, so let's go right into that. Are any of these award shows worth it?
Not really, man. Like,
and that's the thing. That's the thing. This year, we saw the Grammys were 3.5 hours, and for the televised awards, and I think I saw 7 or 8 awards in 3.5 hours. But
you don't even see most of them on there.
Yeah, they doubled the performances for it. It seemed like there was a stretch for an hour where it was just nothing but performances.
So how many performances it's becoming more about the performances. That's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing, but they were sequenced wrong. Like there was a country one, like there was a stretch of like 3 country songs in a row. And then it went to the Rihanna one, and it just like the country ones were boring. They just did nothing.
I just have one question. Is it not possible for the show to be 2 hours and leave it at that? That 3.5 hours is a little.
It's
It's
all
kind of
that
pushing it.
commercial, man.
Yeah.
They
Because
want to
there were new
get
commercials.
money.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't watch it at all, so 3 hours, 2 hours, it didn't matter to me. But
Yeah, I'll just go read a list, and that's the thing. Like, none of the artists I like are on this list. Like, I'm not gonna sit around. I'll go watch highlights, but like most people, I don't feel, even if they follow the Grammys, they kind of follow it in the back of their head. Like, it's not really important. It's not gonna change the artist that I like. It's
You know what I feel the Grammys are? The Grammys are for white people, because they
old
don't
white people.
they don't show the rap categories. They don't show any of those. They barely show any of the R&B categories. They, it's just
They don't show Eminem getting an award.
They don't show anything like that. Like, they don't televise those awards, and it's just for white people sitting at home watching the Grammys.
Well, let me ask a question. Do people get uncomfortable when they see the rap people get up on stage and have these acceptance speeches? Because I know I got a kick out of seeing 3 6 Mafia win a Grammy for "Hard Out Here" for hip. At the I know people like, what the hell are these guys doing up on stage?
glorious moments. Do y'all think that the Grammy should be eliminated or split into categories?
I don't think it should be eliminated.
I don't think it should be gone.
I feel like it should.
Yeah.
My problem with all these award shows is they don't necessarily represent what people are listening to and what people like. Like, the voting process is really skewed, and like you said, the first round of voting, you can vote for anything you want, right? You don't even have to have heard it, right?
Mm-hmm. You could just
You
vote.
can just vote. So if you're a member of this club, you get to vote on this shit without. If you're a country reviewer, probably most of the shit you listen to is country, right? Like, if you're a rap reviewer, even on the other side, if you review, if you're a media and you cover mostly rap music, and you can still vote on this shit, you might put down a damn vote.
That's true. So do you think the format should change?
I just think the format's wrong. It doesn't, and it's the same problem on the Academy side. They don't, represent what people like. The format just doesn't hit a lot of people. It's like, even like, I hate going back to the Academies, but like, if you notice, it's mostly just it's the same movie over and over again, and it's usually like the amount of
It's whatever the critics are sucking on.
Yeah, and the critics are all white guys.
Yep. Like that, like Sam Smith's album is amazing, and it won 4 Grammys tonight for songs and stuff. But like, that was the hot trend, and it's the same thing with Adele. Adele did this, 2, 3, 4 years ago with the Grammys too. So it's whatever the hot trend is.
Well, wait a second. Well, if that's true, then why didn't Iggy win anything then? They just said, "Screw this chick. You don't know nothing about this."
Maybe we just don't get it.
That's the thing. Iggy's still hip hop. They factor her in as much as they say that she's a pop artist too. They factor her in as hip hop, and hip hop doesn't win awards like that. I mean, look at the last rap album to win the album of the year was Speakerboxxx Love Below, and that's going on 10, 11 years ago.
Yes, awesome album.
Very true. Anybody got last words on the format?
It's
How would you change it?
They gotta scrap it from the bottom up.
You gotta make the people do their research, because I don't listen to country music, but if you're gonna let me vote on the Grammys, I will go listen to all of those albums and all of those songs that are nominated, so I could be fair and just.
Yeah, but as a true person, I feel like, especially like if you're a media reviewer, you can probably get your hands on all those albums if you want them.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I review video games, right? Like, I don't pay for video games.
What if
I don't pay for any, like.
Whoa.
What if they were to actively target people that are active critics for that year?
Yeah, that might help.
Yeah,
I think that would help significantly, because they're going to be more in touch with like the people's responses to the different things.
Or they should just send everybody everything like in a kit.
All right. Any other questions you guys like to throw out there?
I am gonna make a statement that's not related to the Grammys, but I'm gonna wait until the very end to make that statement. So you may continue.
There's nothing else to continue with.
Oh, there's nothing else to continue. Well, let me just say this right now. I got a lot of respect for everybody in this room. I got respect for their taste in music. Matt Dean, I respect that you like Lupe's album and you like that song Dots and Lines.
Yeah.
Listen. Joey Badass's album, that album blows this guy's album out the water. And I have to say it because I've been killing that album ever since somebody told me start listening to it. That was it. It was over. I had to say that because, yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, called out. I gotta go re-listen to it. I didn't like it, but...
Uh-oh.
Wait, you didn't like it at all?
I thought it was... I'm bored of that shit.
Like the 90s boom bap shit?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if I want to
If
hear
it came
that,
out, if it came out 10 years ago, I would think it was the hottest shit on the planet, but I'm bored. Like, it's good for what it is. I'm just over it.
I said this on the last actual podcast, but I hated the first part of that album. Like, the first half sucked to me. But the second half picked up, and it's because he was rapping over modern-sounding hip-hop beats.
Yeah, okay. I'll give it another couple listens.
Yeah,
Like,
pick it up about song 10, I think, and you'll be good.
Yeah? Alright, I'll give it a shot.
Word. I really enjoyed that album beginning to end. I definitely understand like the transition halfway through, but I enjoyed both ends. I guess because I do enjoy that era of hip hop still to this day. So, all right. Any last words, gentlemen?
Any parting words?
No, this was quite an impromptu show, though.
Yeah,
Definitely.
this might be one of the shortest ones ever.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's a special, but...
I mean, yeah. We had to make it short this week compared to last week's.
Dude, I got in 15 minutes before the show started. Maybe, if that, like a few minutes before the show started. Saw this message from 10 minutes ago and went, have you started recording yet? Like, I wasn't even here.
Yeah, the big show is gonna happen during the week. So
Tuesday, we thinking again?
Say what?
Are we still trying for Tuesdays?
We'll discuss that outside of the podcast.
Yeah, watch it. You can't let them know the secret to our magic.
Do we just release whatever we want?
For all they know, we're gonna record the full podcast right after this one, and it's going up on Friday. So they just got to be there for the full release. They don't need to know all the details, man.
I will say though, because Beck won Album of the Year and Kanye's going on this rampage stuff, like white people are gonna hate him so much again. Like,
I don't think they ever stop, man. It's too.
That's what he wanted, though, right?
Pretty much. Kanye made it. He makes it really easy for them to hate him, and I don't know. It's annoying.
Yeah, like if you haven't heard, by the time you listen to this, you might have. But he said that Beck should give Beyonce the Album of the Year award because he needs to recognize artistry.
And that's such an insult to somebody else's craft.
But see, that's the thing. Like I'm not mad that he said it because like I said earlier, who's heard this Beck album?
I'm gonna go listen to it after this.
Hey man, Beck is awesome.
Yeah, I mean Beck's cool, but like there were better albums that should have won that award.
There's a lot of albums that didn't get nominated either, so that's
better and significantly more popular.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't listened to that. What was it, Sam Smith record? I should probably go listen to that.
That's really good. That's a really good album.
Is it?
I don't like the second half as much as the first half, but it's because the first half is so damn good.
He thanked his ex and said, "Thank you for inspiring me to get 4 Grammys tonight."
So he's still bitter then. He's still bitter about this thing.
Hot on it.
I wonder if Adele did that.
A little bitter about it.
I was so hoping that somebody would have like a DJ drama cue like lined up for it.
Dramatic.
That is nuts, but that's badass. All right, y'all. That's been the Grammy Family edition of Nights of the Turntable. Tune in on Friday when we have the full show. You don't know when we're gonna record it. It's just gonna be there.
Yeah.
But y'all have a great night.
Good music, my Grammy family.